Hi, I'm Phil Reynolds, CEO of DevStride, and I want to take a few minutes to visit with you about our revolutionary new 3D Agile program management solution. DevStride offers three key dimensions of value to our customers. Number one, we drive better alignment through workstream mapping. Number two, we drive higher productivity through superior Agile workflows. And number three, we drive confidence in key milestones and initiatives through portfolio level Gantt. Alignment and workstream mapping. Many initiatives are dispersed across any complex business unit. There's a huge ocean of things that need to be done. And as your team continues to scale, you end up with many business units, many products, many teams that all have competing initiatives, and it can become quite overwhelming to keep track of who's doing what, what's going on, and why. So DevStride allows you to organize work across your portfolio into workstreams. And workstreams are simply a hierarchical view of the functions happening inside of your business and what functions roll up to other functions. So for example, you might have a top-level product workstream. That top-level product workstream might break down into work that relates to engineering, R&D, support, design. Or you may have another top-level work stream where you deliver services, and services breaks down into implementation services versus support services. This can really be designed around any hierarchical function in your company. And the reason this matters is that you tend to hire managers for departments, divisions, products in a very hierarchical fashion. Our CFOs tend to budget for our companies in a very departmental fashion. And so it's very important that everyone in the organization has a common understanding of how the organization is structured to deliver value to our ultimate customers and key stakeholders. And by having this map, you're then able to draw lines and connections between functions and recognize that when something happens over here, something else has to happen over there. DevStride lets you map all of these things in a very coherent map. It's very easy to read, very easy to understand. And ultimately, this then drives alignment across your team as everyone across the organization is using one single shared mental model of how our enterprise delivers value to customers. Next, we drive higher productivity with superior Agile workflows. Going back to the idea of many business initiatives spread across a business unit, you then need some way to sequence the work and prioritize the work. So DevStride allows you to take items that are proposed for adoption and prioritize those in a backlog from high value to low value. Work that is higher value is then picked up and it's placed in a Kanban board that represents some execution value stream in your organization. Initiatives are moved from left to right, from new to done, and as you move work across the board, it's getting closer to being completed. Now, in an organization with a lot of different levels, you're going to have high-level initiatives for big business units that then break down into smaller, more refined initiatives, where those smaller, more refined initiatives must all be complete for the larger initiative to be complete. So each of those smaller initiatives themselves need to go into their own Kanban board that maybe runs on a shorter cycle that's scoped to a smaller team. DevStride allows you to then move those items forward, thus letting that Kanban board know that the work within the larger initiative is more complete, and this reporting structure rolls back up. Therefore, you can report down and up on how work is progressing through various Agile cycles and boards. The ultimate value here is that you're delivering flow metrics and Agile flow and productivity at scale across the enterprise. Next, DevStride allows you to build higher confidence in key milestones and targets through the use of portfolio level Gantt. So going back to the idea that you may have many initiatives spread across a large enterprise, frequently to execute on a major enterprise level initiative such as a giant client rollout or maybe a new release of a product or piece of software, you're going to need to coordinate work across multiple key stakeholders, multiple products, multiple teams. Enters DevStride's portfolio level Gantt. You can take work from anywhere in your portfolio and orient it on a calendar where you can see the start date, the end date, and the expected duration of that work, the sequencing. Then you're able to draw dependencies from one item to the next. These do not have to be all within one team or within one product. You can easily say the QA team needs to pick something up, and then that goes to the release team, and then the release team sends something back over, maybe for final review and approval by the customer. And you're able to track how that work flows, ultimately even mapping out the critical path and seeing what's the long pole in the tent, what is the longest path to value delivery that might keep us from hitting our milestones. And then we support the ability for you to do scenario planning, where what if one particular date slips on accident, and the system will trigger alarms and warnings and tell you, the plan is no longer on track, and now we need to adjust, and we need to pivot, and we need to renegotiate either dates or capacity or backlog or workload to make sure that we are all aligned towards those critical key dates and milestones. The ultimate result of this is that you can give confident results to customers and key stakeholders, knowing that you are on track or you are not on track for all of your key commitments. So ultimately, DevStride delivers on 3 dimensions of value for customers. Number 1, better alignment through workstream mapping. Number 2, higher productivity with excellent agile workflows that nest up and down the organization. And finally, it allows you to deliver with confidence on key dates and milestones with portfolio level Gantt. And of course, under the hood, all this is supported by a range of subsystems, such as the world's leading analytics engine for agile metrics. We allow you to pull flow, progress, and quality metrics across any area of your portfolio in a click or two. We also have a leading automation engine that drives high consistency with low cognitive load for your team. It allows you to repeatably execute things that should be occurring every single time so that they always occur without manual intervention. We have fantastic collaboration tools that allow the team to form, storm, norm, and perform together. We even synchronize your code base back if you're in an engineering team so that now the business is able to see the activity happening in a code versioning system like GitHub. They can see passing and failing tests. That can even trigger automations in DevStride. And then finally, we have an enterprise data governance system that allows you to standardize what data elements we want to adopt and track across our portfolio for consistent reporting later. These are just a few of the key ways that DevStride delivers value. In a subsequent video, I'll record a walkthrough demo so that you're able to see exactly how we execute on all of this value for our customers. Thanks so much.